Hello everybody, welcome to the Comic Game Movie Show. My name is Dijon and today I'm here to talk about one of the few announcements from Disney Plus Day. I will be making a few videos talking specifically about a couple things that were announced, giving a little bit more in-depth thought. I didn't want to make too long of a video talking about all the things because there was a lot of things announced yesterday, but quite often, a couple of those things, especially in the animated sphere, are going to be far out. But one animated thing that will be coming out in February, believe February of next year, is the Proud Family, Prouder and Louder. Now, this may sound crazy because, you know, most people who follow my channel aren't like, you know, maybe they don't lean towards watching things like that, you know, more a kid animated / cartoon show. But to me, this hits my nostalgia. First of all, growing up, I mentioned this in my other video, growing up, you know, being a little black kid and watching and being a fan of pop culture and, you know, animation and cartoons and, you know, all these different things, video games, you know, all these different things that you can consume. I really never saw. One aspect was in the animated field, and you guys know I love animation. I love a lot about animation. It's why I honestly think animation is the most fulfilling form of storytelling because it's limited, because it's only limited by your imagination, not what you can do with CGI. You know what I mean? There have been a couple of shows this year that have shown that. What If, and Invincible and whatnot. Shows have shown and films have shown how much you can push animation to do some spectacular things. So I love animation. Obviously, it comes from me being a kid watching, Saturday morning cartoons and, the X-Men, which I'll be making a video about too, and things of that nature. But one of the shows that always stood out to me when I was a child and was a big deal to me when I was a kid was The Proud Family. First of all, I had never seen that many brown-skinned minority, people in a cartoon show of Disney animation, quality. Disney, when I watched Disney animation when I was a kid, it was just a lot of and not to say it's, it's not some brown people. You got the Emperor's New Groove spinoff. You had the Lilo and Stitch spinoff. So it's not like there wasn't, Disney wasn't doing anything, but I had never really seen a black family and in this minority community where, off the top of my head, I can only remember one white character in the entire show. It was a white girl, and she was cool. She was one of Penny's best friends. But I don't remember a ton of white characters. And at that time, early 2000s, that was some game-changing shit for me. As a child, this show blew my mind away off of that alone. But then when you get into the actual show, you realize how smartly written, how interesting, how thought-provoking, how they were talking about racism and all kinds of sorry, you guys know how I get when I'm really going. They were talking about racism and all kinds of things in that show. And that show went on and it was a very successful Disney original series. It had an entire, most of the people who worked on it were black. The cast, the voice cast, the main voice cast were just hodgepodge. I mean, Cedric the Entertainer's a voice actor in it. And it's so relatable, and Penny's just this relatable girl, and she's in this normal family, this crazy family environment. Honestly, it was kind of like the show itself was kind of, now this is gonna sound really bad considering what we know now, but at the time, you gotta remember, back in the day, people really held the Cosby Show to a high standard because you hadn't really seen, because a black family where the dad has one of the best paying jobs. Usually when they show the black family, the dad was either working this really hard job or, you got Family Matters, he's a cop, and you got all these different things that you saw with black man, but you never really saw a doctor, when you're in your mind, a doctor makes a shit ton of money. He's a doctor, his wife's something, this is a this is a black family doing very, very well. And they did that in this, where Oscar, Penny's father, he's the CEO of the snack company. Now, granted, it's a running gag that snack company makes shit food, it makes terrible food that ain't fit for human beings to eat, which I'm not quite sure how he makes money. I'm sure they said it in the show. I'd have to go back and watch it. I'm not 1,000% sure, but hey. And it's funny, when Disney Plus first came out, there was a bunch of animated series that my friend Seth, who's been on here many times, hadn't seen. And I was like, dude, you have to see. There's 2 animated series that I was like, hey man, if you've never seen this, you should go back and watch this and just see how well written it was, which is Recess. I loved Recess as a kid. I was like, this is awesome. Like, I just love the concept of Recess. That, and like, it was kind of how it's kind of how us kids, when we were kids, we viewed Recess. It's like a fucking jungle, man. There's people over there. There's people over there. They got their own thing going on over there. They got their own thing going over there. We know almost all of these people. We know, we stay away from over there. We stay away from over there. Like, I remember watching, and I remember, loving Recess, and the concept is just blowing the world, the Recess itself up to this massive proportion. Like, how much drama can go on during 30 minutes of the end of the day? And like, I love that about Recess. Really well written. Had a Ronald Reagan joke that killed Seth. Like, he was just like, what? And I was like, no kid's gonna get that joke. And Proud Family was written in that same vein. There are jokes. There are adult jokes. There are like innuendo jokes. There are jokes that, like, I'm like, no kid's gonna get that. Like, that's just, but it's a funny joke. Like, I mean, the voice cast is great. I loved that show so much when I was a kid. So to see that all of the voice talent's coming back, all of the people who worked on the original are coming back, plus they're adding more people on, they're adding new characters, they're having a bunch of guest stars, a lot of those guest stars, you're just like, whoa. So like, and like, I think they're gonna have a new song too. I remember the old school Proud Family song. They're gonna have a new song. The animation looks different. It looks like the old animation. Like, honestly, this is a good highlight. This is a good indicator of what they might be, of the kind of, not exactly this, but in the vein of what they might do with the X-Men animated series. Because if you look at the animation for Proud Family and compare it to the old school Proud Family cartoon show, you realize, like, it is still in the style of the old school Proud Family cartoon show. It's just got this weird 3D thing going where it's cleaner, and it's got this weird 3D thing going that I can't really put my finger on. I'm not sure if I love it or not. I'm not sure. I'm gonna still watch it. I'm gonna still enjoy it because, like, it's just nostalgic for me now. You know what I mean? Watching this show is just me going back to my childhood. So, hopefully people can catch, people can catch on. I don't see a lot of people talking about it, and really that's why I wanted to make this video, because I know it's not the most popular thing. It's not the coolest thing to talk about, but me personally, growing up as a kid, this show meant so much to me. Seeing it come back with all the original voice cast is just amazing. And I will be watching this when it first comes out, because I'm just, like I said, I love the OG series. I might even review the OG series. I might go back and rewatch the whole thing and just give an overview. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Honestly, that'd be a cool thing to do, is just go back and look at old cartoons and just rewatch it and give an overview how I feel about them. But anyways, I'm excited. The trailer for it looked great. It looked like it was pushing it forward exactly where they kind of said it was going to be. This Penny is not a kid anymore. She's like in high school. She's in high school now, she's becoming a woman, and of course her dad's like, I do love that. Penny, you're becoming a woman. The hell? Like, I mean, he doesn't say this, but Penny's just like, Dad, I'm becoming a woman now. And he all but said, the hell you is, not as long as you stay in my house. Woman? Shit. You ain't a woman till you leave this house. That's when you a woman. That is weird. That is the moment I will start seeing you as a woman, is when you ain't living here anymore. As long as you living here, you still a little girl. So, like, it clearly, Oscar isn't coping very well with the idea of his daughter growing. It's great to see all those familiar faces back again. Sugar Mama is always hilarious because she's just tough nosed as fuck. Which, honestly, I was hoping they didn't push this too far into the future, because I was like, oh, she's gonna be dead because she's like old. She was old in the old cartoon. Like I said, I'm excited for this. I can't wait. From what I've seen in the trailer, it's gonna just pick up where it left off. Disney Plus is doing some reviving, man. They're doing some reviving. Like, there's some hope left for some other shows to get revived, man. Like, I'm sitting here like, shit, man. Okay, I'm reviving this. I mean, shit. Like, hey, yo, there's some other shows I'm looking to be revived. Anyways, thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please like, subscribe. And have you ever seen the OG Proud Family. If you have, comment below and let me know. And if you haven't, you should check it out. It's a really good animated show. It's really good. It really is. It probably is underrated. I believe it won awards, actually. So maybe it wasn't as underrated as I'm giving it credit for. But yeah, it was, like I say, it was smart. It was clever. It was ahead of its time, man. I love that show. I can't wait to see more of it. Can't wait to see Oscar losing his mind. Anyways, thank you guys for watching the Kyle Game Move Show. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.